Good morning. Good morning. Let me see if this will give me a little bit more light down here. How are you today? It is a beautiful day here in Tallahassee. I am so excited to be here with you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you and everything. So today is horoscopes, but let me just kind of catch you up on what's happening right now so that we can just have a, hey Rose, so that we can kind of have a basis for what's going on there. Okay, Rose, I have you down. Perfect. So right now, the sun is in Libra. So it is a time, hey Leslie, it's a time to be thankful for everything that we have. Everything. If we're going to use a judgment on it, good or bad, it's still the time to be thankful for it all. And that's what's really important. We are thankful for everything because all of it is working out for our highest good. So that's what's really important about now. Libra, the sign of the scales, about balance and cooperation and harmony. And sometimes we have to work on that within this month. And we're going to see how some of the things are happening as I give you a preview of what's going to be happening for October. So it is going to bring us into a different place right now. So we have Mercury retrograde tomorrow. That means it literally looks in the sky like it is standing still. It has not officially stationed retrograde yet. It has moved forward. It kind of slows to a stop because, I mean, let's face it, if we're going 40 miles an hour forward, we don't immediately go 40 miles an hour in reverse if that's what we want to do. We slow down, stop, and then make the change in direction. That's what Mercury is doing right now. It is square to Pluto, and it's demanding our attention. It's demanding our attention to make sure that we're on task, to look deep, and we're talking Pluto. I mean, that's the ruler of the underworld. So we're looking deep into what we can really redefine. If it's release it. Whatever it is that we need to do to move forward. That's the most important part. Because it's also favorable, this Mercury retrograde. It's favorable to Jupiter and Saturn. Both are air signs. So we have the Libra connection. And Aquarius being an air sign. Along with, Gemini. So this is about protection and leading us to success to whatever we're doing. So we have that support. And the beauty of these planets that are retrograde, because starting tomorrow there's going to be 6, is that we have that opportunity to redefine, relook, do all the RE words that's going to make that happen. The moon is in Gemini, another air sign. This is also favorable to the sun in Libra and favorable to the Aquarius planets of Jupiter and Saturn. All air signs. So this is about our thoughts, our intentions, our communication. All of the air sign energies are there. So tomorrow, the Gemini moon squares the Pisces Neptune. And that's also just as Mercury goes retrograde. So will there be something for you to learn? And will the answers be there? Now, that's a question to ask, and you're going, I don't know. Well, that's true. We don't know. But be on the lookout, because it's always wonderful to focus on the solutions rather than the problem. So let's talk about October. October is Libra's month. It's the sign of diplomacy. It's the sign of good taste. It's the sign of balance. And throughout all of October, throughout October, when the Libra sun is there, because it will move into Scorpio later on in the month, it will be joined by Mars, which is the ruler of its opposite sign. So we have the sun in Libra and we have Mars in Aries. So Mars is the sign of energy and competition and temper and war and action. So in this placement, how's it going to affect Libra? How's that Mars energy going to work? Because it's also the energy of competition. So we want to be in cooperation with that balance, that wonderful balance of Libra. So how is that going to affect us? So every sign's going to feel this energy, and it's going to add power and drive to Libra. Yes, it's wonderful to be. Yes, it's wonderful to just enjoy, but it is going to bring that balance. And it's about changing direction and in several turns. And as all these planets are dancing around the skies this month in October, with this changing of direction of planets, because 4 of them will go direct next month, aside from Saturn and, Uranus and Neptune, which will remain retrograde. Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto will go direct. That's going to now, so we have this opportunity to mold whatever we need to do once these planets will go direct. So that's what's important, is what are we going to mold? What are we going to create? The energies today support that. Think about it. The energies today support that. And tomorrow could be an unbelievable revelation with that square with Mercury squaring Neptune. So with all of this happening, it's going to be an interesting October. And that's what, hey, Michelle, let me get you down for a card. You are the 3rd person to comment. I'm so happy you're here. I hope all is well with you. Okay, I've got you down for a card. So, what can this Mars and Sun opposition mean for you? Okay, my paper keeps moving with my notes, so I'm trying to get it in place. What's it going to mean for you? It's going to boost the Libra power. Now, we all have Libra in our chart, wherever that happens to be, depending upon your rising sign and depending upon your birth chart, which I'm happy to do for you. Just reach out and we can get that done. The Libra sign may not be as pliable or as manipulative, if you will, because they usually want to go with the flow and not really create any issues with what's going on. It's going to be a little bit different for them. This is giving them much more power, and they're going to know what they want. Libra, you're going to know what you want, and you're going to go after it. So that's the beauty of Mars being in the opposite sign for you. Every sign's going to feel this energy, and of course it all depends on where your rising sign is to place your sun, the Libra sun, in your chart. For me, Libra happens to be my 3rd house because I have a Leo rising. So, and I have a ton of Libra planets besides that. All of that in communication and neighbors and all happening in there. I happen to have Mars, Neptune, Venus, Jupiter, Chiron, and 1 or 2 asteroids, all right there in my 3rd house. So it makes life interesting, but it also gives me the option and the choice and the support to create a message that is about love and balance and harmony. And that is how I feel about that. Now, we are doing horoscopes today, so if you have your sun sign, please let me know what it is. I'll read it first. Right now, I know that Ruth is there and her sun is in Sagittarius, so I'm going to do that first. And Rose, I think you're Sagittarius as well. Is that true? I'm not sure. So Leslie and Michelle, let me know what signs you want me to read first. But right now, I'm going to start with Sagittarius. Okay, let's go to Sag. There's so much that you can accomplish now. You thrive as a team member, as a boss. That's why I thought, Rose, that you were Sag. As a consultant or a reliable employee. So this really is giving you the energy of working with a team. You love to teach. This is really important for you at whatever level that happens to be. You'll be involved with more children than usual this month, whether with family, caring for our friends, whatever that happens to be. Okay, I got Taurus down next. Very good. So maybe there's baby news from a family member. if that's not in your cards right now. Maybe there's that happening. So I've got 2 Taurus folks on today too with Michelle and Leslie. Great. So love may be right under your nose, Sagittarius. If you're single, it's just that, hey, Jamie, oh, I hope you're doing well with your hand. You've been in my thoughts and prayers that all is going well. So Jamie, I've got Aquarius down so that we can do that sun sign. And of course, your rising sign. When I get to that, please pay attention to that as well. So that's really good. So Sagittarius, if attached, this month will really bring back the spark. However, oh good, Jamie, I'm so happy to hear that. But if you're single, you may not have to look far. That person may be very, very close. That's always nice. Okay, Taurus, let's go back up to Taurus. You'll have plenty to do this month as well. Lots of energy going, lots of energy there. Catch up on chores and errands because you have the capacity right now to work relentlessly. Oh my gosh, Rose, all of that. Family, babies. Oh my goodness. Congratulations. Congratulations. A great grandson. Wow. So Taurus, you've got the energy, you've got the focus, you can do this. Whatever you're doing, you accomplish that and more. Think about that. You accomplish that and more. So be sure to take care of yourself as well, because you're going to feel like, oh my gosh, I just want to keep going. I've got these great ideas. I want to keep doing this. But take time for yourself so you don't go overboard. Physically, you want to maintain that energy. So also to have some downtime. Doesn't have to be a lot, because you're an earth sign. You still need to have that. So Venus is spicing up your love life, and it may get serious. So that's good news. That's good news. And if you started to see someone right now, you might be surprised at how quickly things move forward with an adventure. Think about that. If you are seeing someone right now, you may be surprised at how fast this moves forward. If you are attached, it just makes things even better. So that makes it special. Okay, let's go to Aquarius for Jamie. Okay, here we go. If you have a desire to travel, who can blame you? Now, Jamie, I know that you just got back from San Diego, I think. So you're likely to get your wish, though travel on your own. Okay, so that might be that you might be traveling on your own. Okay, Jamie, you've already done that, and I know that you have some other things possibly planned. So working, involving medicine, research, and education calls you now. All of these things are important. It's a focus on these areas that are wellness. It's a focus on wellness. So this is a good time to explore options in that area. So if you're waiting for someone to arrive or leave in the family, things are kind of like on hold, that pause that sometimes we get with a family that, okay, something's supposed to happen, but it's not really happening now. You're ready for it to happen, whether it's someone to arrive or someone to leave, because you want that normalcy. And it could be a family member. Jamie, it could be your kids visiting, for that matter, having that touch base that they love to have, plus you love to have that too. Venus creates a new attraction to a partner. So, and now listen carefully. Venus creates a new attraction to your current partner. Okay, I got it. You can do it, Rose. Venus creates a new attraction to your current partner. You're seeing them differently. It's a whole new way of seeing them, appreciating them, and caring and loving. It's not that you didn't love them before, but it's that raising the vibration of this relationship, which really feels good. And if you're single, any new person that shows up now, they have to make you twinkle. You gotta have some spark in there for it to really happen, and this is a good time for it to be that. So very good, very good. Okay, so I'm going to go back up to Aries because I haven't seen any other sun signs. So let's go with Aries. Now, if you know your rising sign, I'm a double Leo, so whatever I read for Leo it's going to be both. But I know some of you have a different rising sign, whether it be Cancer or Scorpio, so or another. So whatever that happens to be, also listen to this one as well. Okay, so Aries, this is the perfect time to simply go for it and put yourself out there. Just go for it and put yourself out there. You'll do the best in partnership, whatever the project, including career. You've got this. Hey, oh, Lisa. Okay, Lisa, I'm reading Aries right now. Jamie, you're Scorpio. Your rising sign is Scorpio. Lisa, thank you for being here. I appreciate that. I haven't seen you in a long time. And I wish you well. I hope everything is going well for you. So the possibility, a long delayed trip or a visit can finally take place, Aries. You've been putting things off, I mean, let's face it, we all have to a certain degree, and making that happen. So you'll do the best in partnership with whatever project you're on, including career. So put yourself out there, show off your skills, make it happen. A long delayed trip or visit can finally take place, and possibly a get together with a friend. So it's like we're slowly but surely, with still, I know for me, still being cautious. I'm still following the science and following, guidelines. So yes, Halloween brings inspiration to be silly, Aries. So you're happiest also just getting out there and having fun. You're a fire sign. You can't help it. You're also this month happier as part of a couple. So if you are part of a couple, make that romantic gesture. Show that appreciation. The full moon makes you a bit off emotionally, and that's okay. You're going to be fine. It might be that time at the full moon to be alone. And when we're feeling that way, if we can be alone, it's pretty much the better thing to do rather than putting ourselves with a bunch of people. So yes. The state of the world, Gemini. Okay, I'm doing Gemini right now, and then I'll get to Cancer after that for Ruth's rising sign. So the state of the world right now is still making you feel a bit anxious, Gemini. I mean, you're an air sign, so your thoughts can get carried away to what ifs that can be off the charts. So the whole point is keeping those contained and doing the what ifs in a positive, not a negative. Think about that, taking the opposite tact of what if the positive stuff happens, and think about it that way. But your personal life will take a lovely upturn. And that's a wonderful distraction to have a lovely upturn like that. Find a creative project and career, whether teaching or traveling or publishing, law, or working with other cultures. So kids take center stage now. And when I'm saying kids, what I'm feeling from this, they don't have to be 5 years old, like my Teddy, who's going to be 6 in November. It's not that. It can be adult children as well. It's time to celebrate with the Sun, Mars, and Mercury in your 5th house along with the new moon. So this is going to be fantastic. You are going to have a good time. It's time for fun. It's time for fun, Gemini. No worries. Just get out there and have fun. And if you're single, get out and meet people. Don't do the online more than... What I'm feeling from this is someone may introduce you. Someone that you know introduces you. But it's not the online thing, Gemini. So Cancer, you're the sign of home and family, and you enjoy simple domesticity now. Domestic life. You love taking home. You love taking care of. And this is your opportunity to do that. And Ruth, you do that every day. Whether you come home to socks or at the group home, you are always loving on people that way. You can address long-standing financial projects, whether work or personal. It's time to take a look at those and create a plan. Luck comes when you seek out the details. There are details. So, I have to remember, I have this affirmation for abundance for everybody today. Let me get it off of my clipboard here, because I want to make sure that this just triggered that I am supposed to do that, because I have an affirmation for abundance for today. You'll mend a family quarrel or bring a chapter to a gentle close. Okay, sometimes it's time to create that, we have people that are in our life, all of our life. And we have people that come and go, and we have people that are only here, as they say, for a season. Whatever that short-term person is in your life right now, it's time to gently wish them well and say goodbye. It's not an argument. It's not going to be ugly. It's just time has moved. And it's time to make that change. And we've all had people in our life like that, where they've given us such wonderful love and appreciation and support. And then it was time for them to go because we had learned something wonderful just by their presence. And that we will always be thankful for their presence in our life, but it's not a permanent thing. That's how this feels. So kids are a handful on Halloween. And that could be, kids are out there ready to get out there safely, of course, with the mask. And most of the kids will have one anyway, or face paint or whatever. But time to distance, but enjoy the kids. Let them have a fun time right now. This is also, if you're single, this is a time for first dates. And it's also a time to be the peacemaker if you are in a committed relationship. Okay, what does that mean? This is for Cancer. It's time to just, sometimes you don't have to be right. It just means it's okay to accept who that person is. And especially if you are in a relationship, I know sometimes my husband and I would have discussions and he just couldn't get it. It was like I was trying to explain something to him. And of course, men and women and communication, it's a whole different project. And it's okay. We love that they're different. But he would just look at me like, no, I don't understand it. I don't see why this has to happen because I don't understand it. And finally, I would just say to him, you don't have to understand it. Can you just accept it? And it was like, oh yeah, I can do that. It was like the weight of the world was off of him. He didn't have to think about comprehending and understanding what he couldn't. He just had to accept that this is how I felt or this is what it was. And that was the perfect way of doing that. And that created a whole lot of peace and the end of that whole discussion because it was about acceptance. And it didn't have to be about understanding. So that was amazing. Okay, Leo. Got to do Leo. And I'm missing Angie today because she's usually in here right away with Leo. You're full of energy with Mars traveling with the sun in your third house. And I already told you my third house is loaded. So Mars is going to be there right now. Communication is clear and effective, especially if teaching sales or media. So whether or not you have siblings, cousins, or others, you enjoy a special closeness. And it doesn't have to be blood relatives. We're talking about people that are in our life that are like family. Enjoy them. Venus moves into Sagittarius and the party gets started. You hear that, Sagittarius rising, Sagittarius sun? It's a lovely time to throw a gathering. If you're single, flirt. The 15th is the best date for any romantic evening. And actually, if you're not single, flirt with your partner. That's always fun. Virgo, the reason you're feeling finances are a priority now is because you have the Sun, Mars, Mercury, new moon in your second house. You find other sources of income this month, which is really good, Virgo, because you like that. You enjoy time spent at home with your children. The Virgo is an earth sign, and it normally rules the 6th house of the zodiac, which is about health, work, and service, and pets. And it's like, okay, let's get grounded in this and have that sense of security and wonder and feeling good. And, oh, this is really going to work out well. And then if it can be about finances, all the better. If you are in a committed relationship, it's time to talk about money and to restructure, Virgo. You're feeling closer by the end of the month. If you're single, it's a good time to see who's new. So, good. Very good. Okay, you came on just in time. Catherine, birthday girl for Libra, because I'm now just reading Libra. Happy birthday, Libra. You can accomplish so much right now. If there is a large task that you've been hesitating on, now is the time to go for it. Go for it. A good time for a contract, a sale, or win a prize. So this feels very lucky for you this month, Libra. The first week is good for any home improvements, and be alert to any change in a person or animal that you're caring for. There could be a change in behavior. It's time for you to just not worry, just be observant. You are noticed. Now, this is really important. You are noticed. You are seen, whether it be at home or at work. Both of those are important. Mars in Libra also boosts your sex appeal, or you're happy being single. It's either that, you're feeling super sexy, or you're happy being alone. You can pick either side. Of course, we got Libra with that balance. Mars and Libra, you get to choose which side you want to be on. The 6th brings a decision for you. The 6th brings a decision for you. So that's only a little over a week away. Scorpio, for those people that are Scorpio Sun or Scorpio Rising. So that's Jamie is a Scorpio Rising. Mars in your 12th house stirs up secrets and mysteries. So if you work or trade in secrets, that means your job is, you deal in confidentiality. That's what that means. You thrive now along with schools, libraries, hospitals, and prisons. That means institutions. That's what rules, that's what is ruling in the 12th house. So you have to let someone move on now, and it's really a gift. Okay, Scorpio, it's time to let someone go. And it doesn't have to be go, goodbye, I'll never see you again. Your attachment to them, or your feeling that you have to do for them or support them in what way, or guide them, or you've taken on a major role of supporting this person on all levels, it's time to give them the gift of independence. New possibilities are out there now also. So Venus smooths out the rough edges in your relationship the first week. Now, this could be any relationship, all relationships on all levels. If you are in a committed relationship, even more so. So flirt with a new prospect if you're single. Hey, sex appeal is high, Scorpio, and release any jealousy because you are very loved. Whether it's envy or jealousy, it's not you. It's just not you. That doesn't mean it's going to happen. It means that you may feel that twinge. You'll recognize that the energies are there to create that. You can embrace it and take it on, or you can say, no, I'm going to take the high road on this. I'm going to let that go. Okay, we've done Sagittarius. Let's do Capricorn. The Sun and Mars at the top of your chart, Capricorn, are making it easy for you to get noticed and win. Making it easy for you to get noticed and win. Pluto and Saturn direct. They move direct this month. They call you to start doing now, although there are ups and downs this month. So don't give it up. It's time to make things happen. It's time to get noticed. You can win. There'll be ups and downs in arriving at that win, but don't give up. A young person needs guidance and boundaries now, and let's face it, we all need boundaries. When we create boundaries, hey Pamela, when we create boundaries, yes, I did, Pamela, I did just a moment ago. We're creating them for ourselves. And yes, the other person gets affected, but it's really important, and that's one of the things that I've found with my clients, especially during COVID. Boundaries are really, really, really important. Good morning to you, sweet girl. Be gentle and careful with partners now, Capricorn. The full moon on the 20th can create some tension, so find smooth resolutions. We talk about full moon being a release, so it's time to smooth those what answers you've come up with. It's time to smooth those over. It's really a good thing to smooth those over. Okay, and Pisces. You know, Pamela, I'm just going to, because I did it early on in the broadcast, so I'm going to go ahead and do it again for you because it follows Capricorn, then I'll go right into Pisces. So no problems to do that. So if you have a desire to travel, this may be the time. And you may get your wish doing that, but it will probably be on your own. You may not be traveling with a group. It may be something that you'll be doing. If your work right now involves medicine, research, and education, those things are calling you. And a lot of the things that you do, especially Pamela, involve all three. So that's really a good thing. This is a good time to explore new options. So being Aquarius and an air sign and thoughts, explore new options. And you may be waiting for someone to arrive or leave in the family. It could be either one. Both of those are going to feel good whenever it happens because it's going to create some normalcy in your life. So whatever option that is, and you will know, then it's a good, satisfying feeling. And then Venus creates new attraction to your partner if you're already in a relationship. And if you're single, a new person makes you shine. So here we go. Pisces, you may be focused on being a supportive partner this month. Someone close has issues, okay? And that's okay. Someone close has issues. You make progress at work, even if your whole team doesn't agree. So, because Sun's in Libra, so even if there isn't full agreement, there is a consensus on direction. You're going to make some progress. The end of October is a happy time for a trip or a family holiday. If you remain home, the end of the month is less pressure, Pisces. Make joint financial decisions with your partner, and if you're single, a new relationship could become intense quickly. So we're seeing a lot of support for that. And the relationships not in being a real focus this month, especially with the Sun in Libra, and we're talking about that balance and harmony and cooperation. So all of that is a strong theme. And the fact that 4 of the 6 planets that are retrograde, of course there's only 5 right now, by tomorrow Mercury will be retrograde. 4 of the 6 that will be retrograde go direct, only leaving Uranus and Neptune retrograde. And that will then allow whatever planning that's been going on now to work well. Now, as you know, the special for this month has been the Financial Abundance Tarot reading, and it's a half an hour reading that is, instead of $97, it's $49. But I want to also give you, with your permission, an affirmation for abundance, and that is, I effortlessly attract abundance. It's not in the comments, so if someone will, Ruth, if you'll put that in the comments, I'd appreciate it. I effortlessly, it's hard for me to say that word, I effortlessly attract abundance. I effortlessly attract abundance. And as Tasha Chan likes to say, easy and relax. Effortlessly attract abundance. Now, I know it's not October quite yet. However, for the cards that are coming up, for Rose, Leslie, and Michelle, I have to use my Halloween deck. I mean, let's face it. I can't use it, well, I could, but it's just more fun using it during the season, right? So let me go ahead. It still is a regular tarot deck. It has everything in it as a regular tarot deck. And let me get this shuffled. And the first is Rose. And of course, please know that Rose is the one that was here to ask for the card. But there's always a message in these cards for everybody. There's a message for everyone. So please take note of that. Okay, here we go. All right, ooh, I love this. This is the King of Imps. So this is the King of Wands. Now I want you to see him. This is the King of Wands, or the King of Imps. This is the Aries King. So this means full focus on you. And what I'm feeling from this, Rose, is that you have been making a wonderful effort at taking care of yourself. You are a caregiver to your dad, former dance teacher that still likes to dance. I love that video that you posted of him. But you're still focusing on making sure that you are whole, healthy, and well. And that is so important. And I really love that you do that. So you have this wonderful balance, if you will, especially with this Libra sun, of taking care of you, but also taking care of people that you love. And so this is really perfect. So I love this card because it has, you know, so many of the Halloween symbols, and I love the back of it with the cats, for the cat people. Oh, really? Okay, so that must be, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that, Rose. Wow, okay. Wow, God bless you. By yourself? You take care of 4 adults? Oh my. Wow, okay. Then I still feel that you are taking care of yourself as well. So I think that is fantastic because that's so important. And this must, oh my gosh. Okay. Well, that's giving you the energy to do that because that's the Aries King and it is a fire sign. And that means passion, spirit, your inner spirit, and your focus and purpose. So that is beautiful. And it is a theme because as Pamela posted, she pulled that card today for herself as well. Oh my gosh. Wow. Well, good for you. Because as Leslie says, you are a blessing to all those people. So this energy is really important. But I really feel strongly that what you're doing is also making sure that you take care of yourself as well. Because the caregiver can't give from an empty cup. You have to give from that full cup. And always taking care of yourself does that. Okay, here we go. This is for Leslie. Oh, cute. Oh, I like it. I'm sorry. I'm revisiting the cards. This is the Page of Ghosts. So this is the Page of Cups. All right, and you've had a similar thing, Leslie, and you can let me know if this is true. But one of the things that we talked about before was your focusing on the joy of childlike behavior, of embracing things with joy. Whatever it is that you're doing, embrace it with joy, because the outcome is always so much more beautiful. Embrace it with joy. And Rose, again, wow. So this actually speaks to even what Rose's card and what is how that moves forward, because lots of times we get a whole story from the 3 cards that we pull here. So this is about being magical and inspirational, but with that childlike wonder and behavior. See, he's got a fish coming out of his cup. That's that inspiration. That's that being the inspiration of others with your enthusiasm and your youthful behavior and joy. I mean, when we sit and look at children play, all of it is done with joy. All of it is done with joy. They just have a great time. They enjoy that. Okay. Thank good. That's exactly what I want to see, Leslie, because it's really important now. And when you do that, when you embrace life with that amazing childlike joy and wonder and enthusiasm, whatever is a concern or worry isn't there anymore. It kind of like poofs, goes into the ethers and is magically gone. Magically gone. It's amazing. And whenever I see pictures of Teddy, oh, it's 11:39. See, I have to say that because that's when my son was born. He was born at 11:39 in the morning, and I see it on the clock all the time. So when I see pictures of Teddy, or when his mom posts videos, or his dad, it's like just childlike and enthusiasm. And you know, this summer when we took that week away, everything was exciting. And to see life through the eyes of a child is totally different. And you may be looking at things that you've seen for years and years and years, over and over, but it's different through the eyes of a child. What if we took that time today to look at whatever we have through the eyes of a child, whatever we do? Think about that. So it's not a challenge, it's just an offering a thought to you. That's part of attracting abundance effortlessly. Joy attracts abundance. Okay, and Michelle. I'm so happy you're here, Michelle. This is so great. Okay. Trying not to jiggle too much because I see my camera moving, but my phone moving. Yes, it is. And you get to see that maybe so with people that are elderly and helping them see things with joy. So that's really a good thing too. Oh, well, I'm happy you're here too. Here we go. All right, Michelle. Oh, good. I love him. This is the Ace of Imps. Okay, this is the Ace of Imps. That means it's the Ace of Wands. So let me ask you this, Michelle. Have you had some new ideas about ways that really feed your spirit with a small s, your inner spirit, your inner passion and purpose? Have you had some new ideas and ideas that have been coming to you of things that really perk that up and make you feel excited about life again, and or even more, not again, but even more excited about, oh, okay, great. Oh, great. Oh, that is so fantastic. That means, okay, Michelle, you saw let me look back at Taurus. I don't know if you know your rising sign. Okay. Okay, you have that spark this month, Taurus, and you are Taurus, as I remember, Michelle, to really get yourself going and care for yourself as well. So it's that balance again, okay, that balance again, but you can accomplish so much this month. So with that new idea, let it flow, let it go, let it blossom, let it grow, whatever it needs, water it, feed it. Make sure it happens, because this is a good time for you, Michelle, to make that happen, to really make that happen. And I see Rose's dad is going to be 97 on Wednesday, September 30th, and he's a Libra sun. So happy birthday to Rose's dad. Okay, I've got to pull one more card, and I am going to, actually I'm going to do two. Let me do one here out of the Halloween deck. Oh, gosh. You're going to like this, Pamela. We got the King of Imps again. We got the King of Wands again. That means that real focus on exactly, this is the Aries King. So it's about putting yourself out there, getting recognized. You have that ability to accomplish anything that you want. And the Aries horoscope, first sentence, this is the perfect time to simply go for it and put yourself out there. Now, you don't have to be Aries to accept this. This is for everybody. This is for everybody. Put yourself out there. Okay, let's do the animal spirit one, because you know how much I love this one. Let me get these cards. I love that we get to use the Halloween deck. That's so cool. Okay, another shuffle here. And we're going to see what's happening now. The newsletter will come out on the 1st. So the horoscopes and my blog this month is going to be about all the retrograde planets and what that means. So if you're not on my mailing list, please just either message me your email address or put it in here, however you're comfortable doing, and I'll be happy to add you to the list. Okay, here we go. All right, we did have this about, and this is called Armadillo Spirit, which is set healthy boundaries. And this means your own personal boundaries. What boundaries do you need to make sure that you're taking care of you, that you're taking care of your health, your spiritual, emotional, physical health? What are you doing to create the boundaries to make sure that that happens? And, you know, Rose, with the people that you take care of, you have to have boundaries for yourself, because you could be depleted easily if you did not have those boundaries. So especially if you're a caregiver or you are in charge of children, whatever it is, or whoever you are, whatever you do, your personal boundaries are important. If you ever feel, okay, got it. All right, I will make sure that I get you added, Rose. Thank you for that. Whatever you feel, whatever you're doing, it is important to have your own personal boundaries that show respect and love for you. That's really important. And they go hand in hand. Your self-love is demonstrated by the boundaries that you create, because you are taking care of yourself first so you can take care of everybody else. That's what's important. Well, keep it up, Rose, because whatever you're doing, it seems to be working. So remember, the special still is the Financial Abundance Tarot reading. And I'll have a new one next month, and you'll see that, and I'll talk about that next month, and it will also be in the newsletter. Tarot Flow is October 14th at 7 o'clock p.m. You know, we alternate between Thursdays and Saturday mornings. So, and then Online Tarot Gallery reading, which is, now both of them you can come separately, or you can subscribe, which is where the savings is. So the subscription is $29.97 for Tarot Flow, because it involves Angie and me, and Angie creating the oil blend and sending it to you. So you actually get the oil blend that comes out of the energies of the reading. So you get that extra there. If you do not, and of course that's $29.97 plus material, shipping, and handling. I mean, because that's all that has to be added on. And then the individual attendance for Tarot Flow is $10 more than that. Now, for the Online Tarot Gallery reading, we're doing the single card readings like we have here, which create an overall reading and energy for everybody. So you get a 10-card reading for $14.97 a month. My hour reading, which is what this takes, an hour reading for me is $197. So it's definitely a bargain for $14.97 a month. The link, again, is in the comments. Both of those are fantastic. So enjoy this. Thank you, Leslie. Yes. And because they are amazing. We don't get the same message every month. The energies of the planets, plus the energy of the people, plus just whatever we bring creates this amazing group energy that is fantastic. So both, again, in the Online Tarot Gallery reading and Tarot Flow, you will have your single card reading, but with Tarot Flow, you also, the oils are involved with a reading from Angie as well. Yes. Okay. Bye, Rose. Thank you so much for being here. Hugs to your dad. Hugs to your dad. Thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate this. I have so much fun. I'm watching pooches this week. They'll go home today, sometime tonight, or maybe tomorrow morning. Who knows? And I've got one of them sitting here right beside me. That's Griffin. He's a schnauzer, so he's not snoring. He's just a heavy breather. So I did have an online, it wasn't a Facebook Live, but I did an online once with a dog that I was watching, which I'm not watching anymore, but she was a big snorer, and we could hear her the whole time that I was on Zoom. So I had to move her. I had to pause, apologize, take time, and move her somewhere else because the snoring was so loud. So he's not that. He just has difficulty breathing, but he's good. He's about 11, so. Anyway, have a wonderful Sunday. I'm loving this cooler weather here. It's really, really great. And it's just beautiful weather, beautiful times, beautiful people. And again, if you have any questions, you know I'm here. If you have any questions that require a reading, we do a reading just for you. I know I've got the different readings posted on my website, but if all readings are specific to just for you, that's how we do it. It works out fine. And what I do with my coaching clients is, as at each session, I'm drawing cards as we talk with whatever is happening, whatever's going on. And that becomes much more meaningful and gives some direction, support, and answers to whatever questions are coming up or whatever concerns are coming up without it being an actual reading. So that really works out well, and I found that out too. Plus, you can even develop your own questions, and we can do a reading from that. That's your reading. You create it, which really works out well too. So it doesn't have to be my questions. Every reading is about you. Every reading is for you. And that's who gets to set that tone. It's about you. There you go. There's that Aries King again, the King of Imps, speaking right to you. It's all about you, as well it should be. Have a wonderful Sunday. Enjoy this beautiful day. And remember, joy has your name on it. Love you.